Welcome to Vovich the Grandpa channel. Today I am in a hurry to show you 10 good life hacks with regular nails. So, let's start. A device for bending nails. Sometimes it happens that the nails are much longer. If you just bend them, it will be wrong. The nail needs to be bent into an arc and hammered into the board. To make it easier to bend, take a piece of metal L profile. Make a small groove in the middle. Cut a strip of sheet metal 10 to 12 centimeters long. Drill through both parts and connect them together. For simplicity, you can use a rivet connection. A regular nail will do as a rivet. Just insert the nail, cut off the excess, and rivet the rest with a hammer. You can put a piece of heat shrink on the end of the strip. Now, just lean the groove of the device against the nail and use it as an anvil. The nail easily takes the desired shape. A device to straighten a wire. Need to unwind a bunch of crooked wire. Take a piece of 5x5, timber 20 to 25 centimeters long. Step back 15 millimeters from one edge and draw a line. Put a few black points every 3 centimeters above the line. Put a few red points between the black ones under the line. Drill 3 millimeter diameter holes 3 to 4 centimeters deep. Take 3 millimeter nails 7 to 9 centimeters long and hammer them into the holes. Clamp the resulting device to the table. Slide the end of the curved wire under the clamp, then stagger it between the nails. Wrap the end of the wire around the pliers. Now firmly grasp the pliers like a corkscrew and pull towards you. The wire fits between the nails like a snake and straightens out easily. Let's take another look. Now unravel a bigger ball. As you can see, the size of the ball does not affect the performance of the device. If you have a lot of wire to untangle, this life hack really makes life a lot easier. And yes, with such a length, for ease of use, you will have to not just pull the wire, but physically move away from the device. How to hammer nails without splitting, variant 1. Sometimes you need to nail a thin board. If the wood is hard and there is no drill to make a hole, then the board may crack. To prevent cracks, you need to blunt the nail. You can simply bite off the sharp end. Blunt nails will not crack the board. This happens because sharp nails push apart the wood fibers, and blunt nails simply break them. Because of this, such chips are visible on the back of the board. If this does not suit you, use the following life hack. How to hammer nails without splitting, variant 2. If you don't have a drill to make a hole for a nail, then you can make a drill from the same nail. Just insert the nail into the drill chuck and drill into the wood. Now you can safely hammer in nails and not be afraid that the board will crack. See? No cracks even after 3 nails on the same grain line. This is how the plank looks from the back side. As you can see, there are no chips from broken fibers. Now let's try a 3 mm thick nail. Flight is normal, no cracks. Now a 6 mm thick nail. Here too, everything is fine. As you can see, even with such a nail thickness, the plank does not crack. A hook for a wire. Take a 200 by 6 mm nail. A special hook is used for tying, which can be made from a long, thick nail. Bend the nail into a hook shape. To make it easier, you can slightly cut the nail at the bending points with a chisel or saw. Clean the surface and saw off the nail head. Insert it into a screwdriver and hook the wire. If you didn't know, when constructing reinforced concrete buildings, long reinforcement bars are tied with wire before pouring concrete. For this purpose, there is a special tool, a long hook with a thread along which the handle moves, or a short hook with a handle without a thread. Be that as it may, now you know how to knit wire if a special hook was lost or broken. Metal rivets. Sometimes it is simply necessary to use rivets of non-standard dimensions. Regular nails are perfect for this. Just take a nail, insert it into the hole, cut off the excess, and rivet the rest. The riveted part can also be cleaned with a file and sandpaper. This method can make quite long connections. Everything is limited only by the thickness and length of the nail used. Marking the boards for pins. When you need to connect 2 boards with dowels, it is very important to accurately mark the holes for the dowels on each of the boards. If even one hole is drilled inaccurately, the dowel will simply rest against the opposite board. For precise positioning, first hammer several thin nails into one board. Bite the caps almost to the root to get the spines. Place the boards on a flat surface, lean them against each other and clamp them. After remove the clamp, you can see the tenons very accurately transfer their location from one board to another. Next, remove the tenons and drill the boards at the puncture points. Insert the dowels and connect the boards. As you can see, the boards fit together quite evenly. With this method, it is very important to place the boards on a flat surface before clamping them together, so that the boards do not accidentally warp and you do not get marks in the wrong places. How to prevent boards from slipping when gluing. It often happens that boards start to slip during gluing and clamping. There is a solution similar to the previous life hack. Hammer just 2 thin nails into one board and bite off the heads. The spikes will stick into the opposite board and prevent it from slipping. Now everything is ready for high-quality gluing. Interestingly, just 2 thin nails are enough to prevent even long boards from slipping. Finally, wipe off excess glue with a damp cloth and wait until it dries. Holder for small nails. Need to hammer in small nails? It's very awkward to hold. You can easily hit your fingers. If you don't have pliers at hand, you can make a simple nail holder. Take a cardboard strip, bend it in half, and cut it. Now insert the nail and hammer it. It's easy and simple to save your fingers. Simple stand for painting. Need to paint something on all sides? Then you will definitely need this device. Take 2 pieces of wood. Hammer 4 thin nails in each piece. Place the things you need to paint on the nails. Paint the top side. Place the second piece on top and flip the things over. Now you can paint the bottom and sides. This stand is also suitable for spray painting. Due to the very small contact area of the nails with the thing, the paint will dry not only from the top and sides, but also from the bottom. There were 10 good life hacks with regular nails. You might also be interested in watching my another life hack collection. This was Vovich the Grandpa. Goodbye.